One thing we've learned from our trip through this hospital, it's not just the apartments that are not up to code in Silent Hill. We have some serious code violations in these buildings in Silent Hill. Not good. Not good. Welcome back to more Silent Hill, and today we finish up the hospital. And we're going to start by going to floor 3. We've got to go up to go down, to go back up, to go back down. There's a lot of up and down in this video. Oh, jeez. Nurses. As much running from some of those as I've done in this playthrough, I will end up taking them down at some point. Some of the camera angles get a bit awkward and I just get tired of dealing with them. Now we have to head all the way down to the basement. We picked up... Ooh, weird noise. We picked up a basement key last video, so it's time to use it. For some reason, I think I thought it was a different key, but it's for the basement. But first, we need ammo. Always nice. I don't need to show that on the map. It's pretty easy to find. You have to come here to progress the game anyways.
James!
Mary? Oh, Maria. It's you. I thought you were... Sorry. Anyway, I'm glad you're alive.
Anyway? What do you mean, anyway? You don't sound very happy to see me. I was almost killed back there. Why didn't you try to save me? All you care about is that dead wife of yours. I've never been so scared in my whole life. You couldn't care less about me, could you?
No, I just...
Then stay with me. Don't ever leave me alone. You're supposed to take care of me. So, what about Laura? Did you find her?
Yeah, but... she ran away.
We've got to find her.
You really seem to care about her. Do you know her?
I've never met her before. I just feel sorry for her. She's all alone. And for some reason, I feel like it's up to me to protect her.
There are a lot of assumptions being made by these characters. Yes, we've seen Laura walking around by herself. This item took me forever to pick up for some reason. Not sure why. I'll show that off later on. It's a ring. And I remember Doomed in his playthrough made some interesting comparisons with the two rings. Damn it, game, stop making creepy sounds. I'm talking here. God! That I won't even try to get into because I would just butcher it. But there were definitely some interesting things he brought up in his playthrough. Good times. But it is weird to assume that Laura is all alone. I mean, yes, we've seen her walking around alone, but that doesn't mean there's not somebody looking for her. You don't know. You don't know her at all! Not to mention just how bipolar Maria was there. I could kind of understand, and you can probably already guess there's more to things going on than just two people meeting each other in the town. And now we're going to go to floor 2.
Trick or treat! Here you either answer the question correctly and win a great prize, or fail to answer correctly and receive the punishment. It all depends on you. And our lucky, or should I say unlucky challenger today is James. coaster, Ferris wheel, and teacups. Silent Hill is home to a thrilling amusement park that both children and adults love. The question is, what is the name of this amusement park? 1. Fantasyland. 2. Silent Hill Amusement Park. 3. Lakeside Amusement Park. Okay, quickly on to question number 2. Silent Hill witnessed a gruesome murder a few years back. A brother and sister were playing in the road when they were attacked and chopped into pieces with an axe. Torn flesh, smashed bones, splattered blood, and finally, bitter tears. What a terrible tragedy. What a gruesome end to such innocent lives. Now the question. What was the name of the murderer who committed this vile act? 1. Walter Sullivan. 2. Scott Fairbanks. 3. Eric Gaines. Now for our third and final question. South of the lake is a deserted old neighborhood called South Vale. From there to Pale Vale, the central resort area northwest of the lake, there's only one road you can take. Just one road, no more. The third and final question is, what is the name of that road? 1. Bachman Road. 2. Rindell Street. 3. Nathan Avenue. Well, that's the last of our questions. Have you got it all figured out? When you know the answers, head to the storeroom on the 3rd floor to collect your prizes. But be careful if you're wrong. Well then, everybody, thanks for tuning in. See you again sometime. Bye-bye.
What was that?
A really long elevator ride? And nurses that want to kill us? Or at least they want to kill James? Oh, jeez. Screw you guys, I'm, well, not going home, but I'm going over here. That's one of those weird situations in a game that I'm glad it exists, but I don't think there's any deeper meaning behind it.
You can't open it?
Yeah, Maria, give me a hand here.
Come on. You're supposed to be the big man around here. How's a little girl like me supposed to help? What's this? Not very cute, is it? Here, James. You take it.
Thanks.
I like how he says that, thanks. And you notice she's mocking him again. I didn't have time to really go into it, but you noticed in that cutscene where we met Maria, she was kind of cray-cray. She's pissed off at him for not caring if she survives or not when technically they just met. They don't really know each other. So he doesn't really have a reason to care. But James is such a weak guy that he doesn't really put up any fight. And it's weird how she just clings to him after that. And then immediately switches subjects to talking about the little girl. When James already mentioned that's what he was doing in the first place, was looking for the little girl. But she conveniently forgot about that, or is jealous because he put focus on finding the little girl instead of keeping her safe. I like how that trivia game tests your knowledge of the games thus far. You kind of have to know the first game in order to get the first answer, which is Lakeside Amusement Park, which is number 3. Walter Sullivan, we read a file about him earlier. In the Apartments is number 1, so that's the second question. And then Nathan Avenue is also number 3. And we get our prize. Multiple boxes of shotgun shells and 2 ampules. Could have given us some rifle ammo, but no. I'm not going to complain though. That is a really nice haul. Along with the toilet code that gave us a bunch of handgun bullets and I believe some med kits. Or a health drink, I can't remember. I didn't play that stuff that long ago, but I've already forgotten. And you see this door here? That gives you the clue that we need a couple of rings to open it. Fortunately, we picked those 2 rings up. And these are the items I was talking about that Doomed made a comparison to, one being old and more of a burden and heavy, and the other one being shiny and new. But like I said, if I try to imitate everything he was talking about, I'm going to butcher it, so I'm not even going to try. You can always watch his playthrough for his analysis. And I recommend, it's a good one. But of course watch mine first, because, you know, my playthrough. But, this is definitely good, though. We are in another stairwell. I would recommend saving your game before coming down here, unless you're playing the PC version or on an emulator, and then save right at this door. Well, the door that we're coming up to. This door here. I hear this section can be difficult on harder difficulties. James, move it. So you may not be able to see it, but Pyramid Head is down here. And Maria moves pretty slowly, and he's whacking her, and we gotta get to an elevator before he kills her. Because she's not moving fast at all. Run, James, run! You can do it!
Open up!
And with that, we lost Maria. Our only contact besides Eddie and Angela and Laura. It's very sad, with very sad music playing. I'm not going to say she deserved what she got there. I definitely did not deserve to get stuck on that doorway. Because she didn't. But she wasn't exactly the nicest to James as she could have been. I suspect there is reason for that as well. I saved before realizing there are a couple of things I need to do before getting out of here. Come over here. Nope. Not what I'm looking for, game. Game! This will give us a clue on where we need to go next. And this will even mark on our map all the different clues we need to look at. For all the things that I love about the Silent Hill games, the thing they did the best was probably the map. This is easily the best map in any game I've ever seen, is the maps in Silent Hill 1, 2, and 3. Well, we lost Maria. We lost Laura. We got sad music playing. I think it's time we get out of here. Maybe get back to searching for Mary. And here James laments about how he can't keep anybody alive. He starts to wonder about Mary. Even though she's dead, he knows she's dead, but he's still here looking for her. I wonder if this would have been more interesting as a grieving story. And I don't want to spoil what the story is about for the 2 people watching this that don't know what happens. But I wonder if this would have been more interesting as a story about loss and grieving. I'm sure some indie dev has already done a horror game based on that. In fact, I'm sure my boy Balemore has probably played some of those games. And I'm sure he'll let me know too if he remembers any of them. Actually, I think the PS2 game Rule of Rose kind of did that. It just seems like something that would have been Silent Hill. Apparently the devs didn't want to make a sequel to the first game's story. They wanted to take the series in another direction. But Konami wanted them to do a sequel to the first game with the third one. Apparently fans complained. I can't remember where I heard that, somewhere on YouTube. So we got a med kit and a health drink right there. I thought this was going to be more annoying than it turned out to be. I actually found every item I found in my original playthrough in this first part of the streets. The streets are littered with items. I know I missed some. In my original video, I think I talked about how I missed something. I did this part in post-commentary as well. And I was talking about how I thought I saw something on the video, but missed it. But it doesn't matter. We got... Trying to find it. There we go. We should be getting rifle rounds and 2 boxes of shotgun. And there are a bunch of nurses running around in the streets for some reason. They should have made them hookers or something. James seems like the type to lash out with his insecurities and hire a hooker and then murder her and stuff her in his trunk. No, what am I saying? James would never do that. Ever. Haha. Anyways, let's get out of here. So if you are playing on a harder difficulty, you might explore this area more to see what other items are around. Since I'm not, I'm going to get the hell out of here. But it is very dark and there are not very many landmarks, so I do check the map fairly often. Just in case. We are on the right path, but I wanted to make sure because you never know with a game this dark. And this is pretty annoying, so we are coming up to a gate, and for some reason it took forever for James to open it. I must have clicked every inch of this frickin' gate. And I was actually going to fast forward it, but oh well. It's a short video, so it doesn't really matter. And here I was thinking, oh, please tell me the game didn't break. So I had a question on my original playthrough of this game. There are creatures down there. I wondered if they could hit you. Yes. Yes, they can. Which is disappointing. This is the only area I can think of where we actually get grades. Like the first game. Alright, let's get out of here before we take more damage. I'm sure we can't kill them. Bastards. And that's the RV I was talking about in video 1. I told you we would be back here. Haha! Promise kept. And there's a medkit. There are a couple of items that I want to pick up before I save and end the video. So the start of next video, I'm going to be doing a lot of item collecting. I'm not sure how I'm going to do that for the video yet. But by the time this video is posted, I'll have already finished that video. This thing's going up about a week and a half after I'm recording this commentary. There should be 2 more items. I don't want to go too far away from the trailer since it is a safe spot, but I want to get everything I can before we start facing off with more enemies. which I may or may not fight. I haven't decided yet. But once we clear that out, we should have items for the rest of the game. We shouldn't need any more ammo or health. We probably don't already. That's the message that you could get before, which clues you in to go to Bar Neely. I already knew that's where we needed to go, so I didn't really worry about it. Plus, it would have added time to the video. Anyways, that's it for this video. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see y'all next time with more Silent Hill 2.